Hey y'all, welcome to Stivers Homestead. I'm Zach.
This is Kiki.
Here's Kiki. So, living on a farm, fleas are a thing, right? And so we have two house animals, one being Kiki, who's been with, oh, talk to him. One being Kiki and one being Ellie. So we do try to treat our dogs as natural as we can, or all of our animals natural as we can, to try to keep the fleas down. The thing is, the winter time's coming, and so all of our outside animals, they're gonna be fine. It's all gonna kill off from them. But the inside are good hosts because they're in a nice warm place, so we do have to kind of give them flea baths. Well, Ellie, the dog, is fantastic. She just chills and takes a bath. But this crazy cat isn't. So Jen actually found this breathable bathing suit. It keeps her nice and snug in there so she can't attack you. And then you can give her a bath, but you can tell she's not real happy about it. But we gotta get those fleas off.
She's not happy about just.
We gotta get those fleas off, Kiki. What do you think?
Sure you're secure in there. Don't put your face in it. You're okay.
It's okay, Kiki. It makes you better.
Okay.
What do you think, Kiki?
Better than expected.
Yeah, she did pretty good. She just didn't like when we touched her.
Yeah.
But look, that wasn't bad, was it? Now you're all clean. What do you think, Kiki? That wasn't too bad. We tried to dry her. That was wild. So she's gonna just have to dry herself for the most part. Huh?
She's never gonna forgive us.
Never gonna forgive us.
We won't sleep for weeks.
No.
Months, years.
All right, we got Kiki all bathed up, Ellie all bathed up. We use just Dawn dish soap. It's very good about cleaning your animals and make sure you get all that stuff off there. And it's safe. It's a safe thing that you can use. Instead of going and spending a big old bunch of money on some kind of pet stuff, you can also make this stuff at home on different things you can have, but just some general treatment. Got the animals, all their hay, and I wanted to talk to you about something because it's just like churning in my gut, and it's something feels off. And so I wanted to talk to y'all about it. And what I'm talking about is this week. So we had the election that had happened this past Tuesday. It was a very big election. There was a lot of stuff that was going on. And you all know that we don't watch TV. Like, we don't do much of that. However, when there is some major changes happening, I'll pay attention. And I paid attention pretty well, and I don't like it. So let me start by saying, when I think of the government, I primarily think in my head of what are they going to do to raise taxes, raise gas prices, lower something area and raise something else. How are they going to get what they need to get out of us? And then as a farmer, what can I do to try to prevent that from being too hard on me? I never expect anything out of the government, like whatsoever. Kind of the whole mindset that we do here, right? Is completely sustainable, hopefully not reliant on anything from anyone or anything like that. So that's kind of my mindset, but I am curious and I like to pay attention to what's happening. So I started out just I always do this. I kind of go through each major media outlet. I like to see what they're saying because I feel like you can almost learn more of how the world's turning by how they're acting compared to anything else. And I started with NBC, which is terrible. I can't stand it. You get Savannah and then Chuck, whatever his name is there, they get going and man, they just really enjoy themselves way too much, especially when things are spinning their way. Gosh, you talk about divided. It's just these news outlets. This is no surprise, right? We know this. We know already that we're being divided. The news isn't fact. It isn't factual. It's very lopsided, one-sided. It's very opinionated now, and that's what's causing a lot of our issues. But there is something different that I felt, and I'm curious if you all did too. So like I had said, my normal thought of government, y'all just heard of that. It's usually just how do we get what we need to get out of people to get money to do things that we want to do kind of stuff. And it is what it is. Like, I understand it. I ain't here to try to do anything with that area. But it feels different in the fact that it's more than that. It feels like instead of at least faking that they care for the people, it feels like it's just kind of bluntly saying, like, we don't care about Americans anymore. We're just going to take all your money, but then there could also be some worse stuff that's coming as well. And I have nothing to back this up besides I'm 33 years old. I've seen several elections throughout my time. Now, given that people have seen a lot more, but it feels different. It feels like there's something that made my gut churn. It made me realize, first off, well, we don't watch TV anymore. But secondly, what has changed? What is changing and what's coming that makes me nervous? Now, when I say nervous, I primarily mean for anyone that's still working on being sustainable. Obviously, there's a lot of worse things that could happen. It doesn't matter what you're doing. They could do whatever they want if there was enough people that would support that area. But I am nervous about people that have larger families that aren't growing their own food, because I think we're just seeing just the tip of the iceberg right now with inflation, shortages. You know, we all just went through the whole pandemic crap with shutting everything down, and it feels like we were just being molded. Like we're getting used to this stuff, used to it, right? And so it's like what comes next won't be so shocking because they've already kind of bred us to have this mindset that things will never get back to normal, right? And it just, I don't know, y'all, something felt off. And so I am not going to continue to watch, but something has wanted me to do this video to you all to make sure that you're paying attention and that you are listening a little without having it actually impact your mind, your heart, and your family. So here's what I recommend doing, and that's what I'm going to do, and what we're going to do as a family. Jen's birthday is Monday. We're going to continue to live life and enjoy it to its absolute fullest. We're going to be celebrating her birthday with laughter, hugs, kisses, partying, and all kinds of fun stuff. And we're going to keep living the life that we are doing right now. But I'm not going to be surprised if I see stuff that is happening outside of our control. And for you, I want you to do the same. However, if your pantries aren't completely stocked, if your gas isn't filled up, if you don't have some kind of animal starting, at least chickens, do that. I'm telling you, like, now is the time, because I don't know if you're going to have the opportunity in the future. And that's not, I'm not trying to put any kind of fear in anyone. It's just, the time is now. Like, it's right now. Yeah, I would always say start, build your way up, but you need to dive right now and get going, because I don't think it's going to be very easy to start up a homestead sustainable type lifestyle in the future. And what I mean by that is I think there's going to be more restrictions on unrestricted land. There's going to be more taxes that having livestock and having animals, they might take away some of our breaks from being farmers, farm numbers, tax credits, stuff like that. It seems like if we keep the path we're going, we're not going to be able to afford to start a homestead. But if you get started before that happens, you may be able to keep it going. So that is what I'm telling you that we need to be concerned about. That's what you need to be worried about. And especially with the food, you got to have some food back. I mean, a lot of it. Like, get some food put up in your pantry. Start canning, preserving, all the stuff that we've been telling you to do. Buy bulk if you need to right now. Just give yourself a little nest egg while you continue to learn. But at least, even though that's not ideal, buying it up, buy you at least a couple months worth for you and your family to get through, just in case you needed to close up. And this is not one of those videos that have become very popular throughout YouTube, right? It's not one of those top 5 things you need to do, top 10 things to do in the prep thing. This is me, as a guy that you all seem to like to watch, telling you something feels off in my gut, and I always trust it. And that Tuesday night was off. Something was off, it hit my gut hard, and it's been wearing on me every day since that's happened. And we're seeing it, kind of how everything's coming out in the results. It's very interesting to watch. First off, kind of the like smirky grins of like, I knew this was gonna happen kind of thing. I don't know, it's just everything felt off. It still does, and it feels like they needed to get through this because there's something coming after. So nobody's gonna be able to shut them down, and I'm telling you all, get your house in order. Get the food back. Make sure your family understands y'all's different precautions that you all take and any kind of safety measure, and have that done now. So then you can just continue to live life, and hopefully nothing ever happens. Hopefully taxes don't raise. Hopefully none of that happens. But if it does, you're going to be ready and your family's going to be safe. And That is the most important. And I'm telling you this because I worry about you all. I do worry. We do YouTube because we want to make sure more people are doing this. So there is concern in my heart because we have grown fond of a lot of you all. We know a lot of you all personally. And I want to make sure that you're just ready for anything that may come to us in the future, because there's definitely gonna be something. So y'all, I apologize for the kind of the tangent there, but one of those things is like if I just hold it in and never say anything, I don't want to feel like I regret not saying something. And so you can call me crazy, say it's a conspiracy, whatever. It might be, I hope it is. But I'm just telling you, when my gut feels something, I trust my gut. And I want you all to kind of think the same way. And if you all had the same feeling throughout how all the stuff went down this week, trust it. You're not alone. I felt it too. But y'all, I hope you all have a good weekend. It's Friday when we're posting this, if you're catching it at a different time. And we will be back in touch again on Monday with our video of the week, which will be Jen's birthday. So hopefully we'll get some footage of all that fun. But y'all, we love you. Be safe. Start making sure yourself is 100% prepared. Keep your family safe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.